Welcome back, it's Nine, and today we have a lot to discuss. We are going to be going over two job postings, one from Sony Santa Monica Studio, one from Guerrilla Games, and we're going to be talking about Ghost of Ikishima and a QA tester that has claimed to have played this game and has shared some details on that. And lastly, we'll be talking about Ghostwire Tokyo and it getting an official delay to 2022. Now let's start with this Sony Santa Monica Studio job posting, and they say we are seeking a quality-obsessed senior level designer for the development of a new unannounced title. You will be designing and implementing gameplay, taking direction from the lead level designers and project directors. Now, under responsibilities, there are a few things here that they do talk about that really kind of broaden the scope of what we're looking at when it comes to their next project. Specifically, where they say creating level flow that emphasizes encounter, puzzle, exploration, and narrative pacing. And if you know God of War, this sounds a lot like God of War type of elements, but obviously this could very well be something totally different, as it is an unannounced project. Now, under requirements, they also reiterate a deep understanding of how to design and build environments that support combat, traversal, puzzles, and narrative. Now, of course, this isn't a monumental amount of information, but as we work up to an official reveal about this game, which I imagine is quite far off, it's nice to gather these small tidbits of information where we can kind of put something together and get an idea of what direction they're going in. It sounds like this is going to be a narrative-driven experience that's going to very much be a single-player game, as there's no mention of multiplayer whatsoever in here, and I don't believe there has been ever when it comes to this second project that Sony Santa Monica Studio is working on. So again, not a lot of information, but at the same time, it's worth something, as we haven't got any official announcement technically, so we're gonna have to gather info based on job postings and other stuff. And it's always nice to get it from an official source rather than a bunch of leakers and rumors coming out, or alleged leakers talking about how they have information. So this is a nice turn of events. Now on to our next topic, and this is all about Guerrilla Games' new game, unannounced project that we have not seen anything or heard much of anything about, and they are looking for a lead writer. Very interesting points here, because this kind of gives us an idea. It actually elaborates a lot more on what to expect from this game based on these very small tidbits. Now, under what you will do, they say lead the writing team for one of Guerrilla's projects. I mean, that's an obvious one. Pitch and develop compelling ideas for features, quests, activities, characters, and more, sounding like a pretty big type of experience, a AAA experience, obviously, given it's Guerrilla Games. And this reminds me a lot of a type of game like Horizon, for example. Now, is this the third entry? I don't know. We don't know that just yet. But what makes this even more interesting, under where it says who you are, they say extensive knowledge of stories and narrative design in online games, MMORPGs, and open world RPG games, ample experience in creating complex narrative design and branching dialogue systems. This is going to be a pretty massive experience, and this is clear signs of that. When we talk about MMORPGs, open world games, branching dialogue systems, we're talking about something that has a heavy emphasis on open world mechanics, number one, which is obvious, and also character building. This is going to be no joke. This is going to be a very big experience when it comes to PlayStation Studios games. So I'm really looking forward to this. I do wonder, is this going to be an IP they revisit, or is this going to be a new IP? Unfortunately, no mention whatsoever of this being a new IP or something else. So it's hard to know exactly what to make of it, but nonetheless, very interested to see what happens with this next project. Next up, we are going to be talking about Ghost of Ikishima. So I found this over on Reddit, and it was posted by Quality Assurance Test, titled I Tested Iki Island, My Thoughts. I'm not going to be reading the whole post. We're going to be talking about key points here. So beautiful Iki Island is located off the coast of Tsushima. In terms of size, it is about the same as Tsushima's bottom portion of the island. It adds new wildlife such as leopards, squirrels, and monkeys to Ghost of Tsushima, thanks to its colorful landscapes. The island is also home to a volcano. Very interesting. Now, they state, for me, the expansion adds roughly 15 to 20 hours of gameplay. In general, I stuck mainly to the main quest line and did little side questing. It was a well thought out plot that kept me attentive to the next turn of events. Story-wise, I would give Iki Island DLC 4.7 out of 5. It was interesting and in many ways better than the main story of the game. So, you know, high praise, really. And also a big thing is 15 to 20 hours of gameplay. That is a lot for a DLC. That's more than you can ask for. Like, I feel like that really justifies that $30 if this is in fact true. Now, talking about what's been added, they say new heavy armor sets, added a new medium grade armor that has both bow and melee perks. Unlike anything else in the game, this armor looks totally different. A new light grade armor has been added. Now, keep in mind, this one's a little bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear about it, skip a couple seconds. There are new torches in the game as part of the storyline. You'll need this to complete a cave mission. There are 3 new horse armors that can be colored. There are now dozens of new charms, some fun ones that affect how Jin looks, transform you into Lord Shimura, Young Jin, and Ryuzo. New shrines, rainbows added, new flute tunes, new enemies, new Mongol types, new fighting stance, high side kicks, spinning head kicks, along with jumping helicopter kick are mixed with sword attacks in this style. Somersaults and backward flips result from side and back stepping. There are new upgrades for sword and bows, damage upgrades for swords, and damage and range upgrades for bows. The zoom feature for short bow is now available after upgrading. New short bow range is about half of longbow, so it looks like they've added quite a lot. Some of them are obvious upgrades, but some of them interesting upgrades. I think the biggest thing that stands out here is the praise for the DLC, and also it being roughly 15 to 20 hours of gameplay. That's a lot of time to add to a game for a DLC. Mind you, I am not complaining. I think that's amazing. I feel like when you're buying DLC, you really want it to be content-packed, especially when you see people complaining about the length of Ratchet, people complaining about the length of Miles Morales. This is going to appease those people, right? And so I think 15 to 20 hours is a substantial amount of gameplay for a DLC, especially a $30 DLC. So that's awesome. Really looking forward to this. I can't wait to play it. Now on to our last topic, and this is all about Ghostwire Tokyo. Their official Twitter has tweeted a image, and unfortunately, guys, this is still delay season continuing, and they have said, we've made the decision to delay the launch of Ghostwire Tokyo to early 2022. We want to get the game in your hands as soon as possible so you can experience the unforgettable version of a haunted Tokyo that we've been hard at work building. At the same time, we're also focused on protecting the health of everyone at Tango. Our new release window will give us time to bring the world of Ghostwire to life as we've always envisioned it. Thank you for being patient as we work to bring you an experience unlike anything else we've ever made. We can't wait to show you more in the coming months. Now, I know we're going to be disappointed, naturally. We're going to be disappointed about another delay. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Hopefully, this brings a lot of quality to the game, and we'll see that. Really, that's the most important thing, right? Of course, the health of the employees is important as well, but most of all, they want to deliver a proper product as this is their business. Overall, I'm looking forward to this game. I can't wait to see what it's going to be like playing it myself, as I think we've only gotten one trailer of the game so far, and we haven't heard anything since. So it's going to be a ways away. I mean, early 2022, I guess isn't that far away, but it is nonetheless delayed, as we've seen a lot of games get delayed from 21 to 22. So this isn't a separate incident or a separate situation from everything else that has been getting delayed. Understandable. The world's in a type of place where we are finally just starting to recover. So I think that we're going to see things get back on track the further we go. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. A lot to discuss here. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you think this new Sony Santa Monica project could be? What do you think this Guerrilla Games project could be? How do you feel about these statements made by this alleged quality assurance tester? How do you feel about Ghostwire Tokyo getting delayed? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. And share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.